It started off that you had to have a new YouTube channel. He's like, you can't use an existing one. And what he would do was he would find existing viral content, right? And then use that content as shorts. I saw another really interesting YouTube hack. I shouldn't say it's too interesting, but I just thought it was funny. This guy was selling this as a service. It started off that you had to have a new YouTube channel. He's like, you can't use an existing one. And what he would do was he would find existing viral content, right? And then use that content as shorts and just upload tons of shorts. And then you would go from like 0 to 5,000 subscribers in like a few weeks. And I suppose you could also mix in your own content. And he's selling this as a service. And I thought it was interesting because I was like, that would work, right? I think you could for sure do that. I don't know why it required a new channel because I know this guy personally, so I had a little chat with him. I don't know why, I kept asking him like, why a new channel? He's like, just you need a new channel, that's part of the hack, I guess. And then he was talking about doing the same thing like on TikTok. And I actually think that it would work great. I actually want to do that.
We should run this as one of those paid experiments. Like I spent X number of dollars on XYZ, one of those clickbaity headlines, and here's what I learned.
Yeah, I want to do this on Instagram. I find TikTok, I'm not too invested into TikTok. There are many reasons I won't get into it right now, but Instagram, I want to still build. But I think mixing in other people's content that's already, like let's say it's a viral video on YouTube, but there's no reel for it, or like it's not like a viral reel. I'm not just taking another reel from another page and uploading it on mine, right? I might find some existing viral content somewhere, or hey, I can go and steal it from someone else too, I guess, right? They stole it from someone, and but I think this idea of mixing into content. So I just thought it was interesting to do that on YouTube. But then what happens is, are you pulling in the right audience, right? Let's just say that we want the audience of, I don't know, like Gary Vaynerchuk or something like that. I don't know. I go in and I start my channel by uploading a bunch of shorts of Gary V. And I just go crazy on Gary V shorts. Get 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. Then I start uploading my own stuff. Now I have those subscribers who are now going to start seeing my stuff in their feed because they've engaged with all my reels or my shorts. I don't know what would happen if I then deleted all those shorts. I don't know, because that might delete all that data. I don't know.
Andrew, it doesn't seem like it's an audience thing all of a sudden, because that's, I think in terms of email, and I think to myself, well, if I was like doing email marketing and I'm like talking about this subject, and then I change the subject, I think I'd have a lot of unsubscribes, a lot of people being like, well, what happened to this?
Yeah.
Like it would almost like you kind of choose your path a little bit, right?
The thing is, you're not changing your subject too much, right?
Well, it depends how much you're taking Gary V and you're plastering Gary V everywhere, and then all of a sudden you're not talking about Gary V anymore.
That's a fine line, because what you just described to me sounds like you're building a Gary V fan channel, and I think that would be a winning strategy. But it would be really important to.
Well, hey, what if I mix it up? It's not just Gary V, right? I get anyone who has the audience that we want to reach, and I'm just use Gary V as an example, right?
No, but there is a way you can do this so in a way that it works. Right?
Yeah.
It's called a remix, right? As long as they didn't uncheck that box in YouTube Studio, right? You can go to anybody's YouTube channel and you can turn their content into a short. It could be like a 15-second short where the first 15 seconds is their content, and then the next 45 seconds or the next 40 seconds or whatever is you reacting to that.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mini reaction video.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a remix, and you could do that, and that to me would be a way better strategy than just uploading a bunch of Gary V shorts and then stopping that and uploading your own content. People are going to be like, what the hell? I didn't subscribe for this.
Well, okay. What if you mix up, like you get like Gary V and like a bunch of other influencer types that have a similar audience, and then you just put yourself in there?
You would have to keep sprinkling in their stuff though. Like it would be too hard of a pivot to just stop posting their stuff and just do your stuff.
You think so?
I do believe that would be a completely different viewing experience. And then now people are going to stop looking at your videos and your channel will tank at that point. Yeah.
We talked about this a lot, that I think a big part of any social media strategy, YouTube, whatever, is about building the, call it an emotional connection or community, or like people need to feel like they know you, right? Once they know you, then like I had another friend of mine, he's got a YouTube channel. We could probably shout it out. He's been on the show before, Dan from Dreams Around the World. And when we were first starting our show, and I was looking at his channel because I was talking to him some YouTube strategy stuff, and I noticed that he was getting a lot of views. And then all of a sudden for like about a month or two, his views had tanked, right? And what I noticed with it was he stopped putting his own picture in his thumbnails. And I showed him, like, hey man, I was just scrolling your channel. I noticed this, you were getting like thousands of views. Now you're at hundreds of views, and the only difference is your thumbnails had your picture before. And then he realized it, and he went back and changed all his thumbnails. Now he always uses this picture. but he's very like, his videos are very much like, you know, personal stories about him. People who watch his channel, they feel like they know him. He's got a very, like, I'll call like a diehard audience, right? So once his picture was not there anymore, they don't care, right? They only are watching the video because they care about him. And I think the same thing is true no matter what strategy that we're going after. I think it's just the hack to get to 5 or 10,000 subscribers. I think that it is an interesting hack to kind of, now that you can, you know, call it legally, or like, it's not a bad thing to go and take somebody else's content and create shorts from anyone's content, right? If I were to now just start uploading freaking Gary Vee or Ty Lopez's videos on my YouTube channel, people are like, you know, it'd probably get taken down, right? I'm assuming it'd be like a copyright thing, or they would consider like duplicate video.
If you're not following fair use, then yeah, it could be just taken down or demonetized.
Exactly. So I guess it's technically fair use when you take like a 20-minute video, you find a 1-minute clip and you make it into a short, you change it, right? You cut it, you totally change the whole format of it, right? So therefore you're allowed.
Okay, so now that you've gotten a taste of the power that YouTube marketing will bring you and your business, now you realize you got to get started. But where do you get started? Let alone scaling a YouTube channel. How do we even just start a YouTube channel? Well, that's why you got to go to yt4business.com, find the link below. It's an entire A to Z program that will take you every step of the way. We'll see you there.